What's up everyone, it's the Cool Eevee and welcome to another video. So it's been a while. Yeah, this one has been a long time in concept and stuff. I mostly stopped making videos for a while because I didn't know what to do and stuff. This is going to be my last analytical video for a while and stuff, or my opinion video and stuff. Because I want to get back to what the channel was originally made for, which was originally for comedy stuff or skits. You get the idea. But what I'm going to talk about today is what I think are my absolute favorite Mario Kart 8/8 Deluxe tracks and why. But first I'm going to set down a few rules. For instance, if the track was originally for Mario Kart 8, but got ported over to 8 Deluxe, I'm not going to include the 8 version. And I'm going to be doing the 8 Deluxe tracks first, because, well, booster course pass and all that. Talking about the booster course pass, that actually happens to be when the renaissance of most 8 Deluxe custom tracks happened. The renaissance for Wii U tracks happened a while earlier and stuff, and were mostly started by this French guy named Devengers. I hope to God I'm pronouncing that right. Before then, the custom tracks that existed were very bare bones and stuff because people were just figuring out what was happening. So when his tracks came along and blew everything out of the water, it pretty much set the precedent for what was to come. 2 more rules. 1, I'm not including course retextures. And 2, if a course is from Tour and is yet to appear... And 2, if a course appears in Tour and is yet to appear as a course in the Booster Course Pass, but has the potential to, I'm not going to include it. But I will cover those ones at a later date, so don't worry. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's go. So as of now, I'm actually going to switch over to my laptop's video feed and stuff so that I can show you the Gamebanana pages and stuff and, you know, what I think. So I have a whole list off to the side, even though you probably can't see it and stuff, of all the tracks and stuff. It's a bit out of date and stuff because some have been added later, but I'm not going to include those because, well, reasons. The first track we're going to look at is Omatsuri Circuit. And this was a arcade Grand Prix Deluxe custom track ported over by Devengers, which originally was for Mario Kart 8, but then got ported to 8 Deluxe. And as you can see from the pictures, if they'll load, might take some time, but from what there is here, as you can see, it looks absolutely stunning and stuff. I've commented this before to my friends that I believe that the arcade tracks would work perfectly for a Switch game, and this just proves my point and stuff. It's got all colorful and stuff, detailed textures and stuff. He said that the water and stuff was a bit wonky, and that the lighting was a bit odd from porting from Wii U to Switch, but I don't know. I actually thought that it improved the lighting and stuff because it made everything just to stand out a bit more. So yeah. And okay, so next track is I actually skipped one and stuff. The Bowser's Castle track was meant to be the first one and stuff. This is another arcade track and stuff, once again ported by Devengers. And it's basically just the arcade Grand Prix Deluxe Bowser Castle and stuff. I actually really like this one and stuff because feels more industrialized and stuff, which kind of makes sense because the its corresponding twin track is Bowser's factory and stuff, which manufactures things like bombs and bullet bills. Um, so yeah, as for the next track, we have Mystic Tangle by ZPL. Now, I just want to go on record saying I'm not really a fan of ZPL's Mario Kart 8 stuff because I don't think it fits the art style and stuff, and, well, his course retextures sometimes leave a lot to be desired. Although, in recent times, he has actually been improving himself. Maybe if I search Mystic Tangle. Mystic Tangle, there we go. And apparently it's been trashed by the owner and stuff. So that's sad and stuff, but if we... but if I take a look at various pictures and stuff, I only have like this one to go off of. This is what it looked like and stuff. It was tweaked, I think, to match the art style, or maybe it was just straight up ported over, but it actually looked really good for what it was and stuff, and I'm really sad that it got trashed. Like I said, I'm not a fan of a lot of his Mario Kart 8 stuff, but there are a few standouts and stuff. Personally, I think his style actually fits Mario Kart Wii more, which originally that track was for Wii. Anyways, let's see what we got. We got Sunset Forest by CPL and Harumye, I think. Okay. Sunset Forest ZPL. Here we go. And that one was also trashed. Jeez. CPL, come on! But, yeah, especially since this one actually really looks pretty damn good and stuff. Like, I think originally the track was made by, like, the Harumya guy, but it was remade by ZPL. And it actually looks really good and stuff. Like, I could easily see this one being a base game track. Although I'm not a fan of the, like, cardboard cutout leaves and stuff. That's something that's always irked me about custom tracks. People love to use cardboard cutout trees instead of making new tree models and stuff. Next track is Volcanic Skyway. This was originally a Wii custom track and was enhanced by ZPL for Mario Kart 8. And how much you want to bet this one's been trashed? Yes. And he doesn't even give a reason for trashing him, which is sad. But that's besides the point. A few things I liked about this were that it implemented like a glider section and stuff, and oh, here's like a custom Mario Kart thing. Oh, apparently you can still download them via Discord and stuff. Oh wait, no, this is a Wii version. Okay, never mind. But you can still, I think, find the videos on his YouTube channel, so it's not completely lost, but it is lost. Next, we have Mayro's port of N64 Mario Raceway. Mayro. Now, I actually preferred this version over the Mario Kart 8 port and stuff because, one, there's significantly better lighting and stuff. This time I actually have a good gameplay video and stuff. Um, the Wii U version, I think it was by Lloyd Nabbit and stuff. It was very flat and monotone and stuff, and this just improves on it in every way. I mean, sure, it is a direct port of the uh, Wii version and stuff with some added elements, but I think it looks good and stuff. There are a few visual discrepancies, but you know, I don't think they harm it in any way, and it's encouraged me to attempt to port over the Gary's Mod Lifeless Raceway uh, tracks. Um, no luck on those though. Next down the list we have Treetops SNSA. I think it's like a Sonic All Star Racing thing. This is Treetops by Mint Cat. It's been a while since I've looked at this list, so bear with me. I have no idea how long this video is going to be. Treetops. Oh, Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing DS. Oh, excuse me. I actually thought this one was really good and stuff because it actually felt like something that could be in the base game and stuff, if not for it being a Sonic track and stuff or Sega track. Mint Cat is actually one of my favorite custom track creators and stuff for 8 Deluxe and stuff. I don't know, I have quite a few favorites. So far, my two favorites that have appeared are Devengurse and Mint Cat. Some of ZPL's, but unfortunately those have been trashed. And I got sad. But anyways, what I'm going to do now is throw this open and stuff so that I can come back to it whenever I want. Next we have Insidious NX's port of GCN Mario Circuit. Maybe I should have... Yeah, here it is. Yeah, it's Mario Kart 8 styled ones. Yeah, he basically took the base model, but just completely overhauled it to look closer to the base game and stuff. And I think it actually did it justice and stuff. And somehow it actually feels very homely and stuff because I originally came from an area with a lot of pine trees and stuff, but just with that's like, but which you can see some pine trees in like the far background and stuff, but you can also see like it's been decked out to be much more vibrant in terms of art style. And yeah, it's just a really good track and stuff, and I'm glad that it got this type of overhaul. Okay, Moo Moo Farm by ZPL. This time I'll do a Google search because I don't know if ZPL trashed it. Let's find out. Yep, that's what I thought. Anyways, what I was thinking and stuff, I only have like the one screenshot to go off of, but I'm pretty sure there's a video floating around. As you can see, it basically looks as if you took Mario Kart 8's version of Moo Moo Meadows and Moo Moo Farm and just threw them in a blender. That's pretty much how I could describe it. That's all there is to say. Moving on. KAR Celestial Valley by Mintcat. Since I popped open Mintcat's thing, this should actually make things easier. Oh, what am I doing? Oh yeah, Kirby Air Ride. Of course. I never actually played Kirby Air Ride and stuff, but I don't know, I always thought the GameCube textures and stuff could always work well. Not a fan of like the fast moving water and stuff, although maybe that was the way it was in the original. But I honestly thought, just from the screenshots and stuff, that it looked, you know, it had promise and stuff. And sorry about the video quality. And it's exactly as I envisioned it and stuff. And I think the high quality GameCube textures do it justice too. Oh look, and they even added a glider section. Okay. Just going to GCM Mushroom Bridge by Baconberg. What I'm probably going to do is just open them in new tabs now to save on time. GCN Mushroom Bridge. Oh no, don't tell me this one's been trashed. This one was actually one of my favorites. Please don't tell me he'd... Oh god, he didn't. I was just searching under the wrong name because I name things funny sometimes. This one is another one where I think he actually did the track justice and stuff by basically just sort of just adding various elements and stuff to try and make it match the style. But this time it doesn't veer too off of the original, which I think is actually a good thing and stuff. Not a fan of the way things are lit in the tunnels and stuff. I think those stars are supposed to be lit up on the sides. But that's my only nitpick and stuff, because otherwise, it's a great part. Since I don't have any others, I'll just go over, since, the other tracks and stuff. His other tracks are very minimal and stuff, so I'll go over the ones that I found the most interesting and stuff, or that caught my eye. All the Logan Kart 8 ones and stuff, and I'm not going to explain why for those ones, and Foggy Freeway and stuff. And I liked Foggy Freeway because sort of like, in a way it's sort of just, what if we put like a skyline up at the top of the world and stuff. I can imagine it would be very cold. And if we look at the footage and stuff, we can yep, that's exactly what it is. And I'm just noticing there's like, you can see the earth down there, which is a nice detail and stuff. Basically, whenever I'm going into custom tracks, I'm looking for gameplay, like how well it plays, and the visuals as well, and the presentation. And okay, next up, Sunny Beach by Mintcat. I think this is an original custom track, as far as I'm aware. Second original custom track, so I missed one. But maybe I didn't, and just it wasn't that good and stuff. Maybe if it was redone. But yeah, it's I can tell various inspiration was taken and assets were taken from Jeep Jeep Island and stuff, but it's definitely its own thing and stuff. It's like you fly around this way, there's like a beach area and stuff, and I'm just noticing the water looks a bit flat. And a minor nitpick. And instead of like a wooded thing, it actually goes along the cliff face and stuff, and the white cliffs remind me of when I went to Dover. Um, but yeah. Next up, we have Mud Graveway. Uh, Mud Graveway version 2.0. Now, I thought the lighting on this was a bit flat and stuff, but the track design was kind of interesting and stuff. It was Michio made some of the models and music, while Clashy was the main creator of the thing for paths, objects, and editing. Um, and let's take a look at this and stuff. It's kind of generic and stuff. I'm not exactly sure what the vibe they were trying to go for was and stuff. I'm Although I will admit the aesthetic does look quite nice, but I'm just not a fan of the lighting and stuff. But it's still up there and stuff. Yeah, someone says it's scale way too small, and he went in and patched that. So now let's Squadaloo's port of Walrus Cove from Diddy Kong Racing. Now, I think this one was one of my favorites due to how closely it stuck to like the art style of Mario Kart 8 while still looking like the original thing. I never actually played Diddy Kong Racing and stuff. I mean, I did, but I only played it briefly. And it was also ported to Mario Kart 8. I only have like a couple snapshots to go off of, but from what's there and stuff, you can tell that if Nintendo themselves put them in there, like if someone said this to me and said this was an official Nintendo track, I wouldn't have been any the wiser. I mean, it is technically well, no, Rare made that one. So yeah, and all right. So next up we have Yogurt Skyway, another Mint Cat track. No, not Yogurt. But yeah. What we got here? From what I can say, this one was inspired by the Rainbow Cup, apparently from Arcade Grand Prix 2 and stuff. And I can see that and stuff because like the Sky Garden vines and stuff and the Rainbow Road. I always thought it sort of paid homage actually to World 7 of New Super Mario Bros. U, because I think it was like meringue clouds and stuff. And yeah, given that pretty much all of the worlds in New Super Mario Bros. U were named after like foods, mostly confections and stuff like Layer Cake Desert, Soda Lake, Sparkling Waters, Rock Candy Mountain. You get where I'm going. I'm not going to waste your time, but I think it looks really good and stuff, and the layout is kind of short and stuff, but I don't mind it when the thing looks and plays good. Okay, so Koopa Beach 2, who's this by? Cassini Did I put Koopa Beach 2? Oh wait, no, I think he did both. Okay, so I'll cover both. Now, I honestly like this because this is pretty much just how I'd imagine it would look if it was ported to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as part of Booster Course Pass. This was like one of the only exceptions I'm doing. It was created by Cassini Luigi and stuff, and I one thing I do like over the original and stuff is the sunset aesthetic, and but overall it's basically just Koopa Beach 2. Actually, maybe the tour model and stuff. Um, as for Koopa Beach 1, that got a complete overhaul and stuff. This was originally created by I Am Better, I think, but it was ported to Deluxe by Cassini Luigi. Since it was ported over to Deluxe, that's why I'm including it. Sorry, I just prefer the Switch version due to it having more content. As you can see, the you're now surrounded by a bunch of islands and stuff. There's like a few glider shortcuts and stuff. Um, and when I first saw this, it actually made me think this could actually be a base game track and stuff. And from what I've seen, it actually plays very well. Oh, and the gliders turn on and off. I just noticed that. Um, and there's the glider ramp. If I were to describe this, and it's going for like the feel of like dusk or something again. I think I don't know, whatever. Note Block Cliff by Cool Doonin or something. Or in its full title, apparently, Princess Acapella's Note Block Cliff. Seems like a completely original character, maybe. And I originally thought this was going to be like a Galaxy track because the and stuff seems to be lifted straight out of Galaxy, but no, I mean it does have like a Galaxy vibe and stuff, but overall, from what I've seen of it and stuff, it's basically more of its own thing and stuff, sort of like with clothes and stuff, and you're surrounded by note blocks and cube-shaped trees, which I think are supposed to represent note blocks, and given that it goes over Music Park, I think it's also supposed to be that. Okay, so it says it takes place on a cliff in the musical kingdom owned by Princess Acapella, his OC. Okay, and it seems later he added in shadows. But yeah. Blooper Surfing Safari. I think, yeah, this was like a Mario Sunshine mission and stuff. And this was ported by Mintcat. I'm gonna skip ahead and stuff. My only complaint and stuff is how when you're underwater you can't see the like under the water above you and stuff, like, because if you notice the way it's lit, you can see the water from the top but not from below. But overall I think it's a really solid version and stuff, and I think there's like a Wii version of a track as well. I'm not sure, I'll have to double check that later, but I thought it was a good port. That's why I included it. I went over the Logan Kart 8 tracks already, so I'm just going to skip ahead to Sure Beach Land. That is the actual name of the track. Okay. What we got here is sort of like a coastal, in a way, sort of. It's sort of like an Antarctic esque track or polar track in a way, because it's in the middle of the ocean and stuff. For the way I say it is, take Sherbet Land, Mount Wario, and Ice Outpost, and throw them all in a blender, but with their best qualities. And there you go. And I think it's really good. That's all I'm going to say. Next we have Mountain Climber. Let me take a look. Oh, it was a Street Pass slot racer thing. Yeah, I think this was like for a 3DS thing, given that it was Street Pass and stuff. But, oh yeah, it was a Mi Plaza game. And what we got here is basically one of the tracks from that. It was like a slot car thing. And here we are. It's sort of gone for like a Western aesthetic and stuff, and I think some of the texturing is a bit off and stuff, although it may be because alpha channels aren't exactly being used. I don't know how it looked in the original and stuff. Maybe this is just a direct port, and if so, well done. And and like I said, I thought these would be good tracks to port because, they've got ups and downs, they go all arounds and stuff. And yeah, although personally I think they'd fit more for Mario Kart Wii or 7 actually. Same system. Anyways, next track we have Creepsy Cape. Oh yes, this one was a good one. And excuse me. This was made by BL and stuff, who made a bunch of tracks and stuff. These were made... A lot of his tracks also had 8 ports and stuff, but those actually got removed by Gamebanana for apparently being duplicates. I mean, excuse me, what the fuck? One's in Mario Kart 8, the other's in 8 Deluxe. This is like an underwater track and stuff that utilizes anti-gravity heavily and stuff. Because, pretty much the entirety of the track is on a slant and stuff. And it gets for some really nice looking visuals and stuff. And find little... I don't know what those squid things are called. It's like you're in a cavern, this area and stuff. There's like manta rays and stuff. Utilizing stuff from Dolphin Shoals. And okay, that was a cool cut. Anyways, on to the next track, which is Meringue Raceway by Mintcat. So I was kind of right. I just had the wrong track. I forgot I can't type the letter Q now. Thankfully, this doesn't require the letter Q. But yeah, this was based off of World 7 and stuff, and looking at it, it's pretty clear as to why and stuff. Very much like a sky level from New Super Mario Brothers and stuff. And reminds me a lot of Kingdom Way from the Arcade Grand Prix stuff, which actually did get ported over and stuff later. Bouncy mushrooms and stuff. Lots of bendy stuff. It's a track layout we've seen before and stuff, but it does what it can to spice it up, And, okay, they just crashed into a wall. That's a character from Kirby and Forgotten Land. I just realized. Oh yes, Green Hill Zone by Squadaloo. Now this one was my favorite. This one This one is a lot of people's favorites because of how close it looks to a base game track and stuff. Apparently, it looks the best, it plays the best, it does some interesting things with the track layout and stuff. I mean, I always thought, like, Sonic stages could work really well and stuff, but the way it's done here and stuff just proves my point and stuff. It's got the loops, corkscrews and stuff, and the textures even have an immersive map, and it's even lit really well and stuff. I'll just skip ahead a few seconds. We. So I'm into 33 minutes of recording this, and I've only gone through like a quarter of these things. So I'm going to go kind of fast through these next ones. Canyon Run. I think it was originally for CTGP Revolution and stuff, but then got ported to Mario Kart 8 by Lloyd Nabbit. Oh wait, no, it was Jimmy Kazakhstan and stuff for like CTGP Universe. But then it was ported to a Deluxe by Sitbar and a couple others who took the board and stuff and actually updated it and stuff. Because the lighting actually looks much nicer and stuff. Like, it actually looks like the sun is casting light and stuff. Because, like I said, I thought all the other ones were too flat and stuff. But then again, it was the early days. Next, I'm going to try and move a bit fast. Remix Rainbow Road 1 by Mr. E99. This was a Mario Kart 2 track, but it was made into the style of Mario Kart 8's port of SNES Rainbow Road. And, well, I think it did it justice. And it's pretty much just Remix Rainbow Road 1. There's really not much to say. I already covered those ones. Oh, now this one I just threw in for shits and giggles. Definitely Sky High Sunday, made by BL and stuff. It was basically just a attempt to try and remake Sky High Sunday and stuff. Like, oh my god, I played Sky High Sunday early, and when you click on it, it's like, wait a minute, this. Although I gotta say, it's pretty close in terms of what we actually got, and some people were like, no, this is actually better than the other one and stuff. It's basically the same in terms of it and stuff, but, you know, just some people just like it more and stuff. And anyways, you get the idea. Moving on. Now this one is actually a bit different and stuff. I think Dust 2. Yeah, Dust 2. Yeah, this was actually a map from Counter-Strike 1.6 or something. And, well, there's pretty much not much to say. It's pretty much just a direct port and stuff of a Counter-Strike map. That was another one I just included for shits and giggles because I thought that would actually be pretty cool and stuff to have like Counter-Strike courses. And because I think Source Engine's realistic textures and Gold Source actually would complement some of those, just add a couple more colorful bump maps. Now, the next three tracks are all made by BL and stuff, which are Somnom, Labyrinth, Cavi Cape Cliffside, and Teehee Trails and stuff. And they're all based off of the Mario and Luigi games and stuff. This one I think is based off of, Somnom Lips from Mario and Luigi Dream Team and stuff. features two sections, which the first one being like the forest section, and then you go through a dream portal, and it's the it's Luigi's dreams and stuff. I never actually played any of the games outside of a bit of Superstar Saga and Bowser's Inside Story. So here we are, we're getting to the dream portal and stuff. And of course, you gotta take a dream portal to get back out. Just wee. I just love it when custom track creators use all the twists and turns and stuff. Although apparently you can't play on 100cc and stuff, so that is a bit of a detriment. Moving on to Cabby Cape Cliffside. This is from Bowser's Inside Story, based off of Cabby Cape, featuring tall cliffs, Chuboombas, and pumpkin-esque housing. Now, I don't think I ever noticed the Chuboombas. I'm going to try looking again and stuff. I like the way it looks and stuff. It's sort of gone for like... the cliffs remind me a lot of Shy Guy Falls and stuff. And especially this section in particular, which is basically just taken straight from it. No, those are just standard Goombas. You let me down. You let me down. But aside from no Chuboombas, this was a great port. In Mario Kart 8. And what we got here is Wee Bowser's Castle by Squire Turnbolt and Squadaloo. The model was made by Squire, and Squadaloo did the light baking and track import. What I like about this is it's basically if the track was in the base game, and, well, yeah. The first thing you'll notice that some things were changed, like instead of the wavy hallway, the next hallway is anti-gravity, which I think still works because the distorted hallways and stuff still stick. I don't know where I'm going. But as you can see, the Mecha Bowser has literally been replaced with Mecha Bowser. And it just dispenses stone balls. And I always find it really fun to see any, like, obscure or not really talked about Mario game stuff in that. Because, really, who talks about Sunshine that often? Shall we roll on? Oh, DS Noko Noko Beach. For any of you, for those uninformed, this is actually a DS beta track and stuff. And what happened was it ultimately got cut and stuff. I think because it was too close to Shy Guy Beach. I actually don't know why this was cut. I actually found it quite fun and stuff. I played a texture-hacked version on like a very bad Mario Kart DS hack. I found it to be quite fun and stuff, and I didn't like that it was cut. But yeah, this is pretty much just a direct port and stuff, but the visuals were overhauled and stuff, and I don't know if the model was redone, but one thing I like about this is you can now drive in the water. It's not just an insta-kill. But yeah, the texture hack made it more obvious by replacing the water with a game of the floor is lava. Anyways. Mountain Valley Town by the Gaming Bram. I can't find it. Mountain Valley Town. The Gaming Bram. Oh no, please don't tell me it was scrapped. Oh, it was misspelled. Okay. Okay.
yeah, it's missing the E, but it's the Gaming Bram's first Mario Kart 8 Deluxe custom track. Um, it's apparently based off of his Mario Kart Wii tracks, mostly his N series. I wasn't too big a fan of it, but given that it was his first, I decided, yeah, I'll cut him some slack and stuff. Besides, I like watching creators, you know, develop and improve over time. And as you can see, you've actually got a mishmash of assets and stuff like from Mario Kart Wii and DS and 8. That's the main reason I don't like it that much compared to some others. Uh, it's very simplistic, just an oval, but given that it is his first, you know, stuff. It's stuff. That's pretty much all I can say. Mount. Talking about mountains, here's Mountain Bypass by Fun Sam 1. This one is sort of. Oh wait, no, maybe this is like just the Blender render. Yeah, that's like the render of a track in like Blender. If you want to, let's take a look at the actual track and stuff, and well, I can tell that the textures. Yeah, a lot of the textures are based, and in fact, they're from like N64 games, notably Mario 64. But I actually think it actually works really well in this case and stuff. Um, this one was replaces Ribbon Road, apparently, and it's full of a lot of sharp turns and stuff. So I could easily see this being in like a higher cup and stuff. And given the speed that everything's going, I think this is like 200. This actually kind of reminds me of some F-Zero stuff in a way. But yeah, I think it looks really good and stuff, and yep, and there's a few shortcuts too. And yeah, this one has heavy Mario 64 inspiration. Broken Rainbow Road, yes! Getting into some really good ones. This is a Wii U custom track, originally made by a Void Source, but ported by Samle Gamer. And I think I'm pronouncing that right and stuff, since I think he speaks French somewhat. Because originally I was like, oh, Samle Gamer. But no, it's Samle Gamer or something. And basically, yeah, I don't think the lighting is as nice as the Wii U original was and stuff, but I still like the concept of the track and stuff. And having just a broken Rainbow Road just winding around through like a modern day city, and then you sort of go off into the void and stuff. I've always, as soon as it came out and stuff, it was like, yeah, this is going to be in some people's like top 10 lists. But yeah. Next up we have Tall Trunk's Big Slide from Mario Galaxy 2, originally for Wii U by Skylight and then ported by Samla Gamer. Just gonna reset some stuff. Yeah, here we have. Yeah, this is the original mod and stuff. The footage from this and stuff is of the original mod and stuff, but I still quite like it and stuff because it's basically just a one lap track similar to Mount Wario and stuff, but you basically just go up, down, all around and stuff. It's a fun anti-gravity thing and stuff. And apparently some new stuff with the lighting and stuff. Oh wait, no, it just looks identical. Okay. Alright. Well, this one was actually a pretty faithful port. Moving on, we have Snowy Circuit 2. What happened to Snowy Circuit 1? Oh, this was like a Wii track or something or so. Yeah, this was a port of Snowy Circuit 2 by Putinos from the glory days. Um, flat with a bunch of turns and stuff, and since it's a Wii port and stuff, it's pretty low poly, but it's to be expected. And apparently, it was made in the early days. It was ported by a user named I kid you not Nintendo Switch. Yeah. N64 Wario Stadium improved. Oh, excuse me. Oh yeah, because this was actually there's actually two of us, but there was an improved version which adds a few extra patches. Funky Racer originally created this track and stuff, but then the gaming brand ported the track and stuff to a deluxe, and basically it's sort of it is a reimagining of I hope Wario won't get of Wario Stadium for the N64 for Mario Kart 8. Some new stuff was added, including a quick anti-gravity section being held up by Ultra Hands. But apparently, it was improved by It's Muggy and stuff, who basically added. Let's see what the improvements. Assets from DS Wario Stadium, anti-gravity in the U-turn, added a Jumbotron, an underwater section, and oh yeah, it added an underwater section in that case. I actually thought that was pretty cool and stuff, and I think if you actually go back and stuff to like his Wario Stadium thing, he actually went back and added in various stuff inspired by It's Mikey's improvement and stuff. So it's like some ascended patch in a way. DS Desert Hills made by Fat Cat Music. This was basic. I actually quite liked this and stuff because not only especially I actually like Fat Cat's music and stuff because he's made some really good tracks, including reinterpreting Mario Kart tunes for like Booster Course Pass aesthetic. And this one basically just gives DS Desert Hills the Mario Kart 8 graphical overhaul and stuff, and makes the last section anti-grav. And well, while it may look closer to dry runs from later stuff, and it's clear that it's still its own thing and stuff. It's even got the piping and stuff. From what I can tell, it was entirely remodeled from scratch. Luminous Clouds. This one, I thought was actually kind of interesting and stuff. Although it's not the clouds that are luminous and stuff. Although maybe they are in the original. It's a Wii port and stuff made by the gaming brand, with the original creator being Kazakura and Dot. And it's more of a mushrooms that are actually luminous and stuff, but they illuminate the clouds around them. And I like how it's in the clouds and stuff, similar to Cloud Top Cruise and stuff. And it's quite a few couple of turns here and there and stuff. The layout's kind of simplistic and stuff. I think, yeah. Anyways, moving on. I'm just checking audio levels. We have Mario Highway from Arcade Grand Prix, which actually this port was actually made by Balls HD, who's been slowly churning out, trying to port all the arcade tracks to Mario Kart 8 and stuff. This one actually uses the Mario Beach model and stuff. And what happened here and stuff, because I think the reason he did this was because it still featured the other model and stuff in, like, the background. And what it does here is it takes, like, a booster course pass styling of this. For lap 1, you go the Mario Highway route and stuff. As you can see, you're going around the side and stuff. But then you go into lap 2, and then you have to take the alternate route down the Mario Beach route. Apparently at the time he couldn't get the arrows working and stuff because Track Studio didn't support it and stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, and here's like a conversation I had and stuff, and I was talking about like various porting stuff. Yeah, because in this case you actually have to read the sign, but overall I still think it's a great port, and he's made several things since. Balls HD also made this ported over a CTGP 7 course called Seaside Palace, which I think was like a Sonic-based thing. I don't know. Oh yeah, Seaside Palace was like a zone in a Sonic game. Correct me if I'm wrong. But original track was made by Rover, and well, it's been ported to sorry. Deluxe, and anti-gravity was added for, I think, at least a couple curves and stuff. And then you glide down and stuff. Yep, it's a good track and stuff. I can't see myself playing it too often and stuff, but you know, it's a fun one to do like time trials on or do like. Yeah. Rymia. Do I even want to talk about it? Because I actually. Oh, yeah, one of my friends actually ran into some hassle with him when he made a fan-made Acolytes trailer of Cloudy Super Mario Bros. U2 and stuff. Although, to be fair, he didn't ask his permission and Rymia took it down and stuff. I just wanted to throw that out there because I have no qualms against it and stuff because I'm actually siding with Remy on this one and stuff. Okay, if you're listening, don't do that again. But anyways, he made a version of GBA Rainbow Road and stuff, which basically is very close to a very base game track. It's above a giant lake and stuff, but it's still got all the background elements and stuff, and in fitting with a booster course pass style one, it simplifies the layout and stuff by eliminating a few turns and stuff. But now the split path has actually been revamped and stuff. I think one path allows you to glide a further distance and stuff. Yeah, the blue path allows you to glide further and take a shortcut, while the red path allows you to just take the normal route. But I love that the split paths were in there, and I'm a fan of Remia's work and stuff. In fact, fitting with a lot of his stuff, his other custom track and stuff was this, Nabbit's Secret Island, which was a new Super Mario Bros. U inspired track, and you can even see Acorn Plains in the background right there. So yeah,
it's a 7-lap track because it's just a very short track, but the twists and turns more than make up for it and stuff. And on top of that, it looks really good and stuff. And I'm kind of a sucker for sunset tracks and stuff. Though I will admit I don't know if this has to do with Nabbit, apart from his name. But then again, Nabbit will steal anything, so why wouldn't he steal an entire island to himself? Yeah. Come to think of it, Nabbit's just as bad as Wario in that aspect. Oh, and there's the donut and stuff. It's literally just a donut and stuff. You drive on a donut. I made a joke using Oyeka's account saying evolution of test circle because that both are circle tracks. But yeah. I'm going to just eliminate those ones. We got Toxic Swamp by Cool Doonin. By the same guy who did like that other track. Oh yeah, and what we got here, this is based off of Mario 3D World and stuff. I like it when the things pay homage to the games and stuff. Normally I wouldn't be a fan of some of the water effects, especially when the texture is blown up, but for Poison, I think it actually works very well and stuff. Yeah, sort of just this vibe saying, hey, there's something off about this thing, you don't want to be here. And, it's loops around a couple times, a couple bouncy mushrooms, which I always like and stuff, except Mushroom Peaks, that can burn for all I care. And next up, we have DK's Jungle Parkway, ported by Willy Maker. Well, Willy Maker, known for a lot of New Super Mario Bros. U custom mods and stuff. I think this was based off of the Wii version, but improves textures and stuff and uses one of Polygon's remixes of the track. Yeah, it's definitely based off of the Wii version and stuff. Though I will admit, without some of the trees, it looks a bit barren and stuff. Maybe just throw in a few extras as like background elements. But I think it actually works really well. Just gonna check my battery percentage. 36. Okay. I'm going to go plug this in, but still continue with the thing. Moving on. We have Donut Plains 2. Okay, now this is another exception that I made to the potential booster course pass rule, because I don't know if any more tracks will be included, because the data mines haven't told us the whole story and stuff. I mean, some tracks aren't confirmed, but yeah. So what we got is but I thought this was pretty cool that I just had to include it. This was a thing made by Mystery99, and basically it's just Donut Plains 2 in the aesthetic of Donut Plains 3 from Mario Kart 8. As far as I know, it uses like the tour model as a base, but does revamps to everything and stuff to make it look closer to the base game. And okay, so yeah, it is the it's sort of like this mishmash of styles.
I actually quite like it and stuff. And Foggy Freeway by Baconberg. Oh wait, I already went over that. GP DK Jungle. DK Jungle. Did I miss it? Balls HD. Balls HD's custom track pack. Yeah, because I know that. Oh wait, you might actually be able to find some of the ZPL tracks in here, I think, and stuff. I'm not sure. I'll have to look over it later and stuff. The ones that I said were lost earlier and stuff. Yeah. Here we go. Donkey Kong Jungle Arcade. This was basically like just an oval similar to Baby Park and stuff. In fact, this pretty much could go over Baby Park and stuff and no one would be any the wiser. Although if Banana in Ruins was implemented onto it, then it would have to be like a booster course pass thing. But yeah, a lot of the tracks and stuff that I am a fan of and stuff, it seems are in this track pack and stuff. So if you want to check them out, then, you know, go right ahead. Oh yes, Volcanic Skyway is in there. And Moo Moo Farm, so some of them aren't lost, which is good. Thank goodness for custom track packs. I'll fire up this one and stuff, quickly see if there's any that may have been lost and stuff. The spoiler text is kind of Mystic Tangle! Mystic Tangle! Okay. And Sunset Forest. So all the ones I said aren't lost. Oh, okay. That's good. Birdo Circuit, the Gaming Bram, and Fafina. That reminds me of Fnafano. But anyways, it was ported by the Gaming Bram. It was like a Mario Kart Wii track and stuff made by Fafina or something. And it's exactly what you'd expect. It's a racetrack dedicated to Birdo. And even though it's a Wii track and stuff, I think it actually did some of the good version. I think it did justice and stuff. And it also was ported to, well, of course, there's the Wii version, but there's also the Mario Kart 8 Wii U version. Alright. And I covered that one. Lollipop Path by Cool Doonin. We got another Cool Doonin thing. Now, I actually quite liked this and stuff. It was like, there's so many candy tracks nowadays and stuff that I'm convinced this is becoming less Mario Kart and more Sugar Rush. And, well, here we have actually, this one does something a little different. It takes you through a little town at the starting areas, and I think those are just like obstacles that you need to swerve the brackets. And I mean, it's a nice track and stuff. I can't really see myself playing it for long periods of time. 3DS Maka Woohoo. Now, this was actually I think this was a Wii U track and stuff, but it was ported to a Deluxe by James 8DX and stuff, who added some updates, and Lil Chorizo 2 made the original port and stuff. It's pretty much just ripped from Mario Kart 7, but since that track still looked amazing and stuff, that's not a bad thing and stuff. Because even though it's low poly and stuff, I think it still holds up. Mind you, I do think lighting was better on the Wii U port but that's just me. Um, uh, and following up on that, we actually have a Woohoo Loop port made by Chris Mallon. Or Chris Milan, but I prefer Mallon. What we got here is basically just the Woohoo Loop stuff, but ported over and some new entities and stuff. And originally I was going to try something where I was like, I even asked and stuff, if I can attempt to make a custom edit which replaces the original town scene here with the town scene in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's Battle Course. And I never got anywhere and stuff because I suck at modeling and stuff. But to be fair, I wouldn't have to change the physics model and stuff. I'd just have to leave a few barriers up. But overall, it's a good port and stuff, and so is the previous one. Sky Jungle by Cool Doonin. Got it. Yeah, this is definitely going to be over an hour long and stuff. Yeah, this is like a Super Monkey Ball inspired track and stuff. Oh, look, and there's an II custom character. And apparently one of the updates to like version 2.0 was adding more scenery and stuff. And it's nice to know that custom track creators still go back to their old tracks and continue to polish them up. Next we have Wii Luigi Circuit. This one was actually done by Willy Maker and Ramia, which is the perfect duo for this type of stuff. And they basically just gave the entire track a facelift, making it look like the, thing. Bass game and stuff, and I think there's actually a bit of footage here and stuff. I'll try and wind it forward a bit. Yeah, and they're still good. It's basically just a direct port and stuff, but some things were enhanced and stuff, and that's some of the things I like and stuff. Throw all the unnecessary stuff on all you want and stuff. It won't necessarily make it a good track and stuff. Well, what makes it a good track, in my eyes, is if it plays well and stuff. Like, plays good and stuff with relatively few bugs. And on top of that, some of it is also visual appeal. And next up, we have N64 Bowser's Castle, ported by... Oh wait, this was like a... If I remember correctly, this was a... Well, okay, never mind. This is like a Mint Cat thing. I swear, there was like another Bowser's Castle thing ported by Chris Milan and stuff. Who because I remember seeing, oh yeah, we got some submissions and stuff. Submissions, Bowser's Castle, N64 Bowser's Castle Slime Server. Yeah, it was pretty much. Oh, and Sherbetland Slime Server. Both N64 tracks and stuff, but done in a way that makes it look like the base game and stuff. Once again, it seems to be a lot of these people's aesthetics, which I really like and stuff, and this one just takes. Although I honestly prefer this one slightly more because it takes a few more liberties and stuff, such as with the telescopic things on the door, and on top of that, making them into a lot more open spaces, and Marty's still in various stuff, and he actually is using his original N64 model and stuff, actually going off to the side for once and stuff. Excuse me. Using laser Bowser statues instead of sideways thwomps. And next we have the Sherbetland thing. And the cave section was replaced with an underwater section, which I actually really like. But aside from that, there's really not much going to it. Stop motion. Now this one I actually thought was kind of interesting because it's based. While it may look like crap and stuff, it's. I don't think it is. It does, and I mean, it was based off of a Mario Kart stop motion video and stuff that Mark 474R produced, I think, a while ago. This is a snap from the original video and stuff, and the layouts and stuff have been pretty much matched up perfectly and stuff. Few minor adjustments were made and stuff. In fact, let's actually take a look at that course and stuff. Okay, so it's just like a stop motion thing. This is why dinosaurs shouldn't drive. No, I'm liking that video. But yeah. We're almost nearing the end and stuff. What I've decided now is I'm going to make the Mario Kart 8 ones a part 2 and then do a part 3 for texture hacks. Dry Ruins. This was a port from Scutlet's interpretation, which, you know, just it's mostly just the original, but adds an anti-gravity section in the temple and it replaces some textures. And this was ported to a deluxe by Sam Le Gamer. Yeah. So I'll just skip ahead to that and stuff. Okay. Stop getting hit by items, people. I mean, I can't fault them too much, because the game is incredibly luck-based. But yeah, you can see it. Now it's like a half-pipe thing. The half-pipes have now been replaced by anti-grav. Although, given that half-pipes are now in the game and stuff, I'm pretty sure they could be implemented. But now I actually have a hard time doing. Now, adding insult to injury, Wario Coliseum was released as a custom track by Razor MC and stuff only earlier today, and he still won't release his mods and stuff. But I think that may be because of like legal hassle and stuff with Nintendo. But to be honest, I actually prefer this version more and stuff. For one, it still looks pretty much on point and stuff. But I think the updated like spotlights and stuff and highlights, you know, really bring it to life and stuff. And I think the textures were upscaled too. The track was made by S77 and stuff, who also made a GCN Bowser Castle track. Oh, wait, no, this is Mario Kart 8. But that one was ported over by Chris is Samla Gamer, whereas the Bowser Castle track was ported over by Chris Milan. Which, I mean, in this case, it's a direct port and stuff, so I'm not going to talk about that too much. But what I am going to talk about is this next one, Kingdom Way from Arcade Grand Prix Deluxe. Now, this one, I was actually worried about how they'd get around this one and stuff, because there's like teleporters in the original game and stuff, and the only mainline games the teleporters have appeared in are Double Dash and DS, because of the pipe mechanics and stuff, and because Pipe Plaza returned as a retro track. But retro battle course, I mean. But yeah, so for the most part, it's a direct port and stuff. But what they did, what Balls HD did, was basically now you go through this hole, and you're basically sort of like in this white void, and you go on this like rainbow path, and then you come through there and stuff. I like to imagine this is like, I really hope that someday a proper teleportation system can be implemented. Oh no, we got a ZPL track. How much you want to bet this one's not there? ZPL. Please, 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 please. Please, come on, load faster. And unfortunately, it's been trashed by the owner. Just lovely. Overall, I thought this was another good track that fit the art style of both Wii and 8. So I didn't think that this one... Like, seriously, why did he trash all those? I may private message him later. Anyways, we got Boshi Skate Park, which was another Mario Kart Wii track ported over by Lehman Lems, originally by Luke Chandler. I think this was like made sometime after the Booster Coast Pass or something. Yeah, adding in half pipes and stuff or something, I don't know. It's mostly a direct port. I didn't think the lighting was that good and stuff, but I liked what it was. Next we have Ancient Lake from Diddy Kong Racing. And this one wasn't actually ported over by Squadaloo or something. It was actually ported over by Cool Junin and stuff. And it basically just overhauled the entire track. There's really not much to say and stuff. It's good. Super Mario World Raceway. This one was actually made for like Mario Kart 64 amped up and stuff. But it was ported by Cassini Luigi and stuff. And I think it works well. And I mean and it basically just goes for like a Mario World aesthetic, which is good. And then we have Cheap Cheap Cove by Squadaloo, and which sort of reminds me of like a Sonic Zone in a way and stuff, but it's not. It's its own thing and stuff. And this I could easily see as, I've said this many times, but Squadaloo's tracks
really look the best out of any that I've seen. He's right up there with Devengers and stuff. Like, you go through all these twists and turns and stuff, and anti-gravity is utilized heavily and stuff, and there's like a lot of underwater sections and stuff, but this time you actually go through like the temples and stuff, and yeah, it's just a really good track. Now I touched on this and stuff, but the list I have is a bit dated, and some more have popped up in recent time, such as. Hold on. Gotta scroll down so that I can find it. Yeah. I honestly have no idea how some of these are. Oh yeah, such as Mario Circuit Remix and Tropical Coast, which I'll quickly touch on and stuff, and quickly see if there's any others that I missed. Not really, but any of it are worth talking about. But you know, because most of them I've already seen and stuff, and some of them I just don't consider to be that good. And the market's more into characters. Tropical Coast is pretty much just a direct port and stuff. And what's funny for me is that Devengers actually did a port of Splash Circuit. It's the twin course of Tropical Coast to the Mario Kart 8, but he has yet to port it to a Deluxe, although from what I hear, it's still a work in progress and maybe ported over at a later time. I'm not sure, but it's a faithful port and stuff, and I'd say it lines up very nicely with the already existing stuff. GB and Mario Circuit Remix and stuff basically just goes over the original stuff and just it may as well not even be like a remix track, because it's more its own thing and stuff, heavily utilizing anti-gravity and stuff. And I actually find this more fun than the original. Well, what can I say? GBA tracks are a bit flat. And the next in the tracks is if I can find it. See, I'm loading too many things at once and stuff. Serafina Tour and Paisana Raceway. Oh yeah. Alright, and it's those courses. Sorry, it took a while to click. Recently Squadlers also released another Diddy Kong racing track, which is Fossil Canyon. And it goes for the bone-dry dunes aesthetic and stuff. Yeah, since I didn't really play the original game that much, I don't have much to compare it to. But from the footage I saw earlier today and stuff, it's a good course and stuff, and implements anti-grav well. And next we have Fury of Fire Dragon. What's Fury of Fire Dragon? Oh, it's a track edit and stuff. We have a port of Vacay Bay from Mario Kart Wii, originally made by I think it was the Gaming Bram and Hit Bar and stuff. Oh no, it was by Squire Turnbolt.
And since it's basically just a port and stuff, it's... Although, given the roller coaster aesthetic, they did go for the brilliant idea of actually using anti-gravel on the coaster parts. And there's a lot more background details and stuff. I do think the lighting's a bit off. And next I think this next one will probably be the last course I'll be doing. Yeah, I wasn't too big a fan of Cornfield Crossing. I mean, it was nice and stuff, but you know. Oh yeah, final track. Even though this may appear in the booster course pass, not sure. GBA Riverside Park just released a couple days ago and stuff, and I just wanted to include it and stuff because Willie Maker's good at ports and stuff, and he's good at originals too. Just gonna say. And it's pretty much just a direct port, so that's all there is to say. Well, I'm going to close out this video here.
Well, that's that for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in part 2 of this video. Bye!